A very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candid Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. Such a pleasure to always have you on board on Kenya's most comprehensive political and public governance analysis show with yours truly, Evans Okinyi. I'm so glad that you're here with us. Well, Wakili is also here with us. Wakili, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes.
Here we are. The former Prime Minister says that the government is clueless. He says, look at the kind of cabinet secretaries we have here. Even if these people have been given something to do with 10 years, still they will not actually deliver. They will fail the country. That is what he says. This has not actually gone well with a number of leaders from the Kenya Kwanza side. But here we are. Let's get into this. What do you make of Raila's assertions of the government?
Raila Odinga has spoken the truth and nothing but the truth. There's nothing new that Prime Minister Odinga has spoken, which is not known by everybody across the globe, that Kenya Kwanza and its cabinet and its president are clueless. He just said the obvious. That is who they are. They are clueless. Tell me, what have they done since they came into office that has been successful? They sold us fertilizer as their anchor. Look, fertilizer is a mess. They sold us a Hustler Fund. Look, mess. They sold us roads network. Look at the roads. They even sold us prayers. But there will be no floods. God has answered their prayers. Look, look, just look. What have they done that has succeeded? Nothing. Kenya Kwanza is the most useless government in the history of governments. They stand for nothing. They serve for nothing other than their own selfish interests. They are the most useless. In fact, Raila Odinga was very measured in his statement, in my view. Being a statesman that he is.
Okay.
But the truth of the matter is the most clueless. Just tell me which CS we have in floods here. Have you seen the CS of environment? Have you seen even once? We have a CS for have you seen even once? Address the nation or even talk or even try to do anything.
Of course, I know we have.
We have floods here. Have you seen the CS interior leading rescue efforts? Kenyans have died, over 200 Kenyans. Lives lost that will never be recovered. Have you seen even deployment, declaration of a national disaster? Have you seen deployment of our best to rescue the situation? Ruto goes to Mudavadi and says, we are going to build up to 30 floors. When we know it is uncontrolled developments that are blocking the waterways that are contributing to the floods. How clueless can someone be?
Okay.
Tell me which single CS Kindiki took it that passport was going to be his pet project. Look, look. The machine keeps breaking down every day. Just one machine like this. A minister cannot deal with. Look at Kip Murkomen fixing a roof that even a junior university student can fix. Look, JKA roof has been there since time immemorial now. He's been talking about it for the last 2 years. Not been able to fix. Look at the cost of living. We are borrowing at high interest rates. That's your CB treasury. We are taking Eurobonds at 10.35% interest rate. Previously, we were taking at 6% interest rate. Which CS, my friend, can you say has delivered? Look at health. Nakumecha is dancing there lame. Look at manufacturing. Rebecca Miano. Our manufacturing sector is shrinking. Industry is failing. Look at labor. Atul is dancing lame there with the government while workers are suffering. Who? And the list goes on and goes on. They are all failures. They are failures. And they can never make it. Nothing good will ever come out of this lot.
Okay.
Machogu cannot even says in the morning. In the morning it says, we are opening schools next week. We put measures to handle learners. Ruto comes out in the afternoon. We've indefinitely closed, deferred school opening. JSS teachers are on strike.
Okay.
We don't know what curricula is being implemented. I mean, Okinyi. It's not that I hate them. It's their track record. See it for yourselves. I have nothing against them. In fact, I wish them the best. But look at their best. Their best is the worst that any human being would wish for.
Wakili, here we are. Okay, of course, the former PM is talking of the government being clueless. You're here saying that is an understatement. But then...
No, it's not enough. He's just not saying the true picture of what it is. He's being polite.
He's being polite somehow.
Prime Minister Odinga is being polite. You should call them useless, not even
But at the same time, you've also intimated here that he's a statesman. Now, being a statesman for it, already he's seen it this way. And of course, I know that all those alternatives that perhaps the former PM and other leaders of the opposition have, the alternative suggestions that they may perhaps give into the government and perhaps enable the government to do things the right way. Why wouldn't it be prudent for the leader of the opposition or the former PM or leaders of political parties like you and Honorable Jimmy Wanjigi to just come forth and provide alternative solutions instead of just bashing the government?
No, that's what we are doing. That's what we are doing. We are telling you, look at them. Look how clueless they are. If you think they are good, continue with them. We've told you what we stand for. We'll meet them on the day of elections. The day of reckoning will come. Kenyans will decide the best. Don't expect us to walk into government to give them ideas to implement. Even if you give them ideas, they will mess them up.
But how good?
Our ideas are the best.
An antagonistic approach.
It's not antagonistic. We are calling bullshit for what it is. So you want to call bullshit cake? Bullshit is bullshit, my friend.
Okay.
Bullshit can never be queen cake. So if you are being served bullshit on the table, we must say you are being served bullshit. What is on the table is not a queen cake. And that is saying it as it is, speaking your truth. If they brought queen cake on the table, we'll say they've served queen cake. We can have afternoon tea. But what's on the table is bullshit. It is bullshit, and we must call it for what it is. Don't christen it by any other name. Kenya Kwanza, its ministers, its president, and everybody there, they are all failures.
Okay.
They know nothing about running a country. That's why we have pain every day. Even God has seen through them. They've messed up the religious sector. Kenyans are now having a question, and they're having doubts about their religious leaders. What has never happened before? We are now questioning pastors and bishops when they talk. Before, we never used to question them. It's because of what Kenya Kwanza has done to them. They led the flock to support useless characters. Now they have to defend their reputation. They are being questioned every day. Our duty is to point it out. That is the work of the opposition, to oppose. And we are opposing with facts, figures. We are doing what is called constructive criticism. The onus is on them to disprove us, not by speaking, but by doing. Since the flood started, tell me one thing that government has done to alleviate the pain and suffering of the Kenyans. One.
We've had, of course, distribution of relief food.
Where have they
the president even said that they'll actually relocate all those people who've been affected by floods.
You see, talking about they will. They will. Tuta. Where have they not? They should be reporting we have. Kenya is not the first country to have floods. And it's not the first time Kenyans have had floods. Governments act. Governments don't talk. They should be doing. We should be poking holes on what they're doing, not what they're saying. If you are still talking and you've lost 200 Kenyans plus, my friend, you're lost.
How do you conduct constructive criticism without offering alternative solutions?
The point is, at this particular point, our work is to constructively criticize. When it comes to campaign, and I've done this even on this forum, I've told you what we stand for and what we can do different from Kenya Kwanza. The time for that comes, and we've done it, and we'll continue doing it. We've told you how they are clueless. As we are not clueless, we know the problem. We have a response. Even if I gave our blueprint today to Kenya Kwanza, I assure you tomorrow it will collapse.
The leader of majority in the National Assembly, Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, directly disagrees with you, and he says that if you people are saying that Ruto, of course, the president is clueless, then how did he manage to run you in the elections and all that? He still insists that.
But even Idi Amin Dada was a president. Even Bidel Bokas was a president. The fact that you become president doesn't mean you're now so great in the mind. Yeah, we've had fools and charlatans as presidents before in the world. So there's nothing unique about being president. The fact that you become president doesn't mean you have superior brains than anybody else. So understand this. The fact that you become president does not give you superior brains than anybody else.
Okay.
When you become a president or a leader, it's a platform to perform and to change the lives of your people. And you must internalize and understand their challenges. Then you lead them to that promised land. Don't think that I have become president, that now I am so great, I am so bright, that I will manage to outfox everybody to be there. My friend, we've had people who are presidents, and I've given you examples. Bidel Bokassa was a president. Idi Amin Dada was a president. Nelson Mandela was a president. Obama was a president. Tito was a president in Yugoslavia. Stalin. We've had all of them, my friend. They come in all shapes and forms. But the difference is the quality of leadership that we present. The quality of leadership. There's nothing unique about being a president. Presidents will come and go. Even this one has come. It will go. Nothing is permanent. Even the Queen of England died. Nothing is permanent. Even Boris was a prime minister. Even that lady, Lisa Truss, was a prime minister. So there's nothing unique about leading a nation.
Okay.
There's nothing unique. The fact that you lead a nation does not mean you are possessed with some superior powers or capabilities. You are still one of us. You sleep on the one bed like anybody else. You eat a meal just like anybody else. You go to the bathroom like anybody else. You excrete. That mean you don't do those things. You're still a human being. So just serve your people. Rising to that position does not make you extra human. You are still human. And you are subject to human frailties. So the only thing that lifts you above everybody else, like Mandela, is now how you govern, how you lead your people. What positive impact you have on their lives. How do you transform your society, your community? Otherwise, you're just a president, as Manyora puts it, of a poor, dirt country in the continent. Third world, your economy is cannot even match with the economy of Texas, a mere state in the United States of America. What are you celebrating?
Here we are. Here we are, Wakili. You've talked of the government being clueless. Of course, you've agreed with the former Prime Minister's assertions therein. But then I do believe that somehow there is always a way forward. There is always a way out. Because if at all the government is clueless, then we may not be actually on a good trajectory in terms of our economic development and all that. Everything may be messed up. I'm not saying we are.
No,
but
are we on a good trajectory in our economy?
Of course.
Ask any young person here, anybody watching. Ask all of them.
That is also debatable because the president will say we are on a good one.
The comments are there. Let the people decide. A good economy, the students of a pudding is felt in the eating. A good economy is felt by the citizens. Pose a comment on the comment section. Question on the comment section. Is our economy doing any better? Let the people decide. Let the people speak. Is this economy doing well? Do we have more hungry Kenyans today than we had yesterday? Yes. Do we have more unemployed Kenyans today than we had yesterday? Yes. Are we paying more for loans in terms of interest rate than we were paying yesterday? Yes. So what are the fundamentals?
Okay.
So you can speak it, you're entitled to your opinion, your conclusion, but you're not entitled to your own facts. The facts are universal. We will be seeing relief to our Kenyans if the economy was stable. Dubai had floods, worse than even the ones we've had in Kenya. Response was fast, efficient, and effective. In 2 days' time, everything was sorted back to normal. In fact, you go there, no one even knows there was a flood in the city. Economy is stable, they have money, Response was efficient. They were able to deal with it. Here, we are left in the hands of God. And public spirited Kenyans are the ones responding.
Okay.
There's no response from government. All they do is to appear, take photos, and go back.
But he's calling them clueless, offering a solution. That's my
We are
biggest
calling
question.
them clueless because first thing you must do, you must call the duty bearer to order. So they must first by admitting they are clueless. Once they admit they are clueless, then they can call us to a table and we can give them what needs to be done.
So you can give them a clue.
We can give them the clue because they are clueless. But it takes them to first admit they are clueless.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Of course, that question has been posted by Wakili Willis Otino here. Do you think our economy is doing good? And of course, you can actually weigh in on this conversation and tell us what do you think about the former Prime Minister's assertions on the government with the number of CSS there, and of course, the response from the government itself. Allow me to stop at this particular moment, but of course, stay tuned. We shall always be here with Wakili and a number of guests who will be actually glad to bring you up to date with the comprehensive analysis of all that is taking place in this country and across our borders. But for now, allow me to stop. My name is Evans Okinyi. Till we have this conversation again, have yourself a lovely day.